What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Yoshi's Island! Oh, you have no idea how much I love this world. Anyway, last time, we defeated Hookbill the Koopa and defeated all the levels in World 4 and conquered the land. And now, we're in a blizzard! If you couldn't tell by the text. I think the only reason I love this world as much as I do is because I love the holiday seasons, just when it gets cold and everything. And it just looks so nice. And I really love how they tried to capture the feeling of just the winter setting of having snow gradually fall and it eventually will get snowier. It's just really cool. Now, got a new enemy, the Fire Lakitu. Now, funny thing about that, the Fire Lakitu is based on a creature in Japanese mythology, actually a god, the god Raijin, who is the god of thunder and lightning. So, completely wrong on what power he should be wielding, but whatever. I'm actually surprised that his sprite didn't get changed, because he looks a lot like the god Raijin. I've noticed with a lot of Super Nintendo games and NES games, there's a lot of censorship when games go from Japanese to American, so I'm surprised they didn't change him to look like something completely different. I don't know, maybe giving him the power of fire was the censorship. I have no idea. But, hey, the toady! Well, as long as he's gonna stay up there, gimme. Yeah, if you can find the toadies anywhere in the level and eat them, they will not come back to try and steal Baby Mario. Which is kinda cool. Find your attacker and get rid of them. So anyway, this level, a very nice level, as I said, like, stylistically, amazing level. Gameplay-wise, amazing level. They introduce all the things you'll have to deal with here in the Winter Worlds, which kinda sounds magical too. I just love it. But in this one level, they introduce you to almost everything. I should say almost, because there's a couple things that are introduced in the next level for all the Winter Worlds that you'll have to worry about. And besides this being stylistically my favorite world, it also has my favorite bosses. I know that might be kind of weird, seeing as how I say that about every single one, but hold on, we got a minigame here. Imagine that, it was a game I hated. But anyway, all the bosses in Yoshi's Island, I guess you could put up there as my favorite bosses. It's just because, given the limitations, they made some awesome bosses. Now, what's kind of funny is if you're playing this on an emulator like I am, sometimes all of these coins won't show up. Now, the good and bad thing about that is they'll be able to show you what red coins are supposed to be here. And it's pretty cool being able to find all the red coins, but most of the time, if you're playing on an emulator, half of these coins up here won't show up. Now, don't worry, there are no red coins up here. That's just a bonus place. I was thinking that the first time I went through that too. I was like, oh, good lord, how many times do I have to redo this thing? The penguins. The penguins are a new type of enemy in that they don't hurt you if they run into you. But they're like rubber, so you will bounce off of them. So just be careful around edges. That's normally where they show up. Alright, so we got a new cavern, and this is an ice cavern. Now, normally, that little soundbite you hear... Here, let me show you again. That one? That is the soundbite for the little birds that run away in Yoshi's Island. The ones you can't do anything to, they're just background stuff. Those are the little birds. I have no idea why it was put into the ice sound effect. I guess it works, kind of like the, slipping and sliding and screeching of ice. But in the Game Boy Advance version, they get rid of it completely. Which I rather like, because it kind of gets annoying sometimes. And yeah, the penguins will actually try to run into you and run you off a cliff. It's very mean, which is why you just need to freeze penguins. I'm surprised they actually got frozen. And if you want to get rid of icicles, you can shoot them, you can wait for them to fall, but the ones that don't fall, just shoot them, just so you don't have to do really tricky jumps. And wow, that icicle actually took out the penguin! That's surprisingly violent. And I still can't believe I'm able to freeze penguins. I mean, I know everything can be frozen, but just the bitter irony that a penguin is gonna get frozen. And there we go. More coins. And that just sounded really funny. Ah, the blizzard finally set in. It must have gone on while we were in the cavern. Normally, I always think there's something back here, but not this time. Alright, so there are quite a few fly guys up here. You want to be sure not to grab everything immediately, just run ahead and get all the fly guys so you don't have to come back. Hey, and these guys are back, which I'm surprised the plant life is living this much through this blizzard. And this piranha plant can just go away. It can go hibernate for a while. Hello, Raijin. Sorry, I just thought it would be, give that Lakitu a title. Won't call him the Fire Lakitu, I'll call him Raijin, God of Thunder and Lightning. Yeah. That's actually a very cool attack that he has, and just the fire engulfs the entire plane on which you're on. Which is kind of cool, but also kind of hurtful if you're on that exact same plane, because it keeps going. And there is something up here, and I need him for that. I actually need to get the cloud. This might be painful to watch, and that didn't work. So, need to wait here. Best way to get him is to lead him down to a level lower, and then jumping up to a higher ledge and jumping on him, because that's the only way to get the Lakitu cloud, is to go on a lower plane, or you have to jump on him. That's basically what I'm trying to get out in a very poor manner. What is English? There we go. And up here is a very peculiar secret, but it's mandatory. Hear that music? It's the minigame music. Now, funny thing about this too, they give you 2 shells to put into these 2 star flowers, so they knew you would need help after getting that Lakitu to get up here. But also, this isn't just a bonus room. There's a required red coin up here. So not only do you have to get one of the hardest red coins in this level, they also give you a bunch of stars because they knew you'd be up here if you decided to come up here. I don't know. But anyway, here's the rest of the red coins. Just be sure to get that switch. And there we go. Made it through the blizzard. And through the first level of the Winter Worlds. I love it, and I even get a bonus game because it loves me so much. Let's go! Alright, so what do we have as a bonus game? Let me guess. Yep, roulette. Alright, well, I don't know, let's just one. I really don't care about this minigame. So what do I got? +0! Imagine that! Give me back my 1 life. Anyway, let's move on to the next level. 5-2. Here is the introduction of the other mechanics we're gonna have to deal with here in the snow world. Snowmen and ski lifts. Ride the ski lifts. Alright, so I normally think there's a secret there, but little fun fact, you can stand on the trees here. I think the way they did that is they actually put platforms behind the trees there, so pretty cool. And you also get a giant snowball, which is very, very helpful in destroying everything in your path, and don't forget those 4 red coins. And eventually, it'll get so big that it'll help you get up to the next platform. So very, very cool. Now, I think the other reason I really like World 5, in particular, is because this is where the game starts to get very, very difficult. Now, you wouldn't notice it by my playing, but seriously, this world gets very, very hard. And I'll be able to show why in the next few levels, because those are some of my least favorite. Not these next few levels. Later levels. You will definitely see, because, wow. In games, it's actually standard that they all go through a difficulty progression. You know, everything starts out small just to get you acquainted with the game, and then it gets harder later on. So, it makes sense. But in a game like Yoshi's Island, you wouldn't think it would get this difficult this quickly. Oh, this quickly, as if we just got to World 1 or something. No, we're near the end of the game. So, it does make sense, but it's kind of mean. It's like going on a straight plane and then all of a sudden going up 90 degrees. That's almost the extent of the difficulty curve. But here we have a new enemy, the Snowmen. The Snowmen, to my knowledge, I haven't been hit by them in a while, they don't hurt you. They just push you, just like the penguins. And don't miss this, because you get a special secret. Ah, we have the star theme. I actually watched a video today where it went through the entire history of the star theme, and it was really crazy that every single Mario game, spin-off or otherwise, has the star theme, and they're all completely different. And if you want to, that's an infinite coin block as long as you're Super Baby Mario, so you can keep doing that, but I just wanted to show it off, because it's a small little secret, you don't need it, it's kind of a cool little thing. And the other thing about snowmen is that if you step on them, they just turn into powder. It's actually kind of cool. They follow physics of real life. So moving on, here's the final stretch where we're actually riding the snow lifts. The other thing I like about this is, not only stylistically, levels are awesome, but they also follow their titles correctly. Like the first one, we were stuck in a blizzard, and it eventually just snowed completely over. And this one, the entire second half of the level, in fact, the 2/3 part of the level actually has to deal with all the snow lifts, or the ski lifts, excuse me. So, pretty nice. They're keeping with the theme here. Now, this last bit is actually it's so soothing. Just riding the ski lift. Watch out for the penguins, they will knock you off. And you also can't eat penguins, which is really interesting. A lot of the enemies in these later levels you actually can't eat, so it's kind of extra difficulty if you need it. And I don't need any more stars, so I'll leave that alone. The last 2 red coins are on this ski lift, and pretty much it's just a straight shot to the end. You just need to watch out for penguins. That's why I love these first couple levels so much. They're just so laid back. They're chill, pardon the pun. But seriously, they are. I mean, just look at it. It's a winter wonderland. And I'm going to have to start playing this every time it gets closer to Christmas, because I love the holidays, and these just cement my love for them. And you get to ride all the way up to the ending. Nice touch. Very nice touch. Bonus game. And we even get a bonus game for this one. Huzzah! So let's go ahead and move on. It's probably going to be roulette again, but who cares? We got another 100% for the second level. Fantastic. So, what do we got as far as a bonus game? We've got roulette again. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, 5's fine. Let's see, big money, plus 1. I made a profit! Fascinating! This game is so evil. I'm thinking the more you give, the more it gives you back. but anyway, next time on Yoshi's Island, we're hitting the next 2 levels of World 5! Yes! See you guys next time!